Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide my page into 4 equal parts. Okay, like this. Okay, and I'm just going to leave a small separation distance here. Okay, and also it depends on the angle of projection you want your information to be presented. So I'm going to draw this in third angle projection. So that means my plan is going to be on top. Okay, so first of all, what I have to do, I have to measure the length and the width. Okay, so when drawing the plan, you are only concerned about the width and the length. So that means we're going to treat height as 0. Okay, so what is the total length of this block? So we have 100 here from this point to this point, and also we have 30 here, so it's going to be 130. That is going to be the total length. So 130 divided by 2, that is 65. So I'm going to use this as my origin, and I'm going to measure 65 on both sides. 65 here, 65 here, and I'm going to project all these lines downward. Okay, and make sure you have a 45 degree when drawing. When you're drawing orthographic views, a 45 degree set square is very, very useful. So I'm going to project these lines downward. I'm going to also project these lines downward. Okay, like this. Then what is the width? Okay, so the width is 65. So I'm just going to measure 65. Here. Okay, like this. I'm going to okay, and what else? Now I want to identify the planes which I'm going to see. Let's say I'm on top, so I'm going to see this plane, and I'm going to see this plane, I'm going to see this plane, I'm going to see this plane, and I'm not going to see this plane. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to measure a distance of 50 from this end to this end. Distance of 50 from here to here, and we're going to project it vertically. Okay, then from this end to this end, we're going to measure a distance of 30 from here to here. I'm going to say 30 here, and all my vertical lines, I'm going to project them vertically. Okay, I'm going to use them to draw the front view. Then from the point I've measured 30, I'm going to measure 25. From here to here, I'm going to measure 25. And remember, these all are drawn in construction lines. Okay, what else? So from this point, which is this point, I'm going to measure 45. Okay, so we have said the distance from this point to this point is 25, and that is this distance. And from the line we've measured 25, we're going to measure 20 going inside. So from this line we're going to measure 20 going inside, and we're going to project it vertically. Okay, then what else? Now from this line, which is 20 millimeter from this point, we're going to measure 45. Okay, from this line we're going to measure 45. Okay, like this one. let's outline and we'll add some information after outlining. Okay, so we have a straight line, this line, and here is the height of 35, and we said we're going to treat right as 0. So we're going to have this line, and this line. So I'm just going to draw a horizontal line here. Okay, then from here to here, it's going to be a horizontal line, a vertical line again. Okay, let's check from this point to this point. Okay, then we have a distance of 50 here. So we're going to measure distance of 50. Okay, then from this point to this point is 30, and we've already measured 30, and this is 30. Okay, and this is 15. Okay, and from this point to this point is 25. From this point to this point is 25. Plus, what is the height here? We're not concerned about the height, it's going to be 0. So this line and this line are in the same plane as long as saying that it is 0 here. Okay. What we need to do, we need to measure a distance of 35 from this line, from this edge to a line here. So I'm just going to measure 35. Okay, like this, and project my line horizontally. Okay, after doing that, I'm going to take my outlining pencil, because we said 25 is here, and the distance of 35 can measure it from this point to here. This is 25 and this is 25, and we're going to draw a vertical line which is a length of 35, and the line is here. Okay, okay, then this is from this edge to this edge is going to be 20, and this is the distance. They're going to join it from here to here, like this. Okay, then from here to here we have 45. From here to here, that is 45. Okay, and this is okay. So you said from this point to this point it's 45 from here to here. So I want to measure distance of 45 from this edge to this edge. Okay, and now we want to project this line vertically. Take outline pencil, and from this point is 45. We're going to project it vertically. It is now in the same plane with the 35 line. So this is the same line. From here it's 0, since it's the height. This is the line, this is the line. Okay, you want to join this point, this edge, like this. Okay, and now I'm going to join these two lines like this. Okay, so as you can see, this is our top plan, plane number 1. This is the plane number 1, and also have this plane right here. We also have this plane which is right here. Also have this plane which is right here. Don't get confused. We're in 2D, so don't be confused with the slant planes. Okay, we're going to represent that information on side views and on the front view. Okay, so now that we've drawn our plan, that means we've done half of the work. So what we're going to do, we're now moving on to the front view. Not the front view, we're concerned with length and height. That means we're going to treat width as 0. So what is the height? The height we're given the height is 80. And from this point to this point it's 80. Okay, now I want to draw them up to this point. Okay, now on the height I want to measure distance of 30 from this point to this point, and this is the distance. 25 from this point to this point, already have 25. Okay, so now we have a height of 20 from here to here. We don't have that because when we drew the plan we ignored the height. So on this point to this point is 20. Okay, now what? From this line to this line you have to measure distance of 35. We didn't measure that when we drew the plan because it's height. So from here to here 35 is here, and you should know that I'm projecting my lines horizontally because I'm going to use them to draw the end views. Okay, and now what? I think we're almost done here. I'm going to take my outline pencil. This plane and this plane, this line is the same as this line. Since we have a width right here, and I've said we're going to treat width as 0. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a horizontal line here, and from here to here. Okay, on front view we're going to see this plane. Okay, this is plane number 2, and this is the same plane, and we're going to also see this plane. These are the only planes which are going to see, and we're also going to see this plane. Okay, this one, well, it's a slant. We're going to see it when you look on the plan, and also we're going to see it when you look on the front view, since it is slant. Okay, so the same from here to here is 20, and this is 20. Okay, and what else? I'm going to see this plane. It's got the height of 80. So this is the plane which has a height of 80, and from here to here is 30. From here to here is 30. We've already measured 30. Come in. Okay, so from here to here I've said 30, and this is 30. Okay, so this is the plane which I've marked it to. Now we're going to see a flat. I'm going to project it vertically. So this is the plane. Okay, now from this point to this point you have a distance of 25, and that distance is right here. Okay, now we have horizontal, a vertical line from this point to this point up to the base. So that from here to here is still 20. Okay, like this, and we have this line like this. Okay, what else do we have? We have this line. Okay, so we have width here from this point to this point. We have a width here, and that width is going to be 0. Okay, so now we're going to see this line which is in the same plane with this line. Okay, and this line is 30, is 20, millimeter from this point. In this case, this is this point. Okay, so we're going to draw our vertical line, and the height of that is 35. So we're going to draw it right here, but unfortunately we're not going to see this, so it's going to be in hidden detail up to this plane. Okay, and this line, okay, it's inside here, right here, like this one. Okay, it's going to extend in hidden detail 1, 2, 3, but now it's now in outline because we're seeing it like this. Okay, and we're just going to join this point with this point, like this, and that's all for front view. Now we're moving on to the end views. Okay, like I have said, make sure you have your 45 degrees. Some use a compass, but I'm going to use my 45 degrees because my 45 degrees is very fast compared to compass. So I'm going to project all the end points. Okay, let me see if my diagram will fit on this paper. Okay, so I'm going to start. So the frame of my plan is here. It's a rectangle from this point to this point, and from this point to this point, not this point. So I'm going to project this line from here, and this line to the frame of my front view. Okay, I'm going to do the same here, and I'm going to do the same here. After that, I'm going to project these lines vertically, and if you do this, we're not going to measure anything because already have all the measurements. But if you don't do this, you have to start measuring the measurements when you are going to draw a side views, and you don't want that. Okay, like this one. Now I'm going to do the same here. We're not going to use this point, we're going to use this point. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, like this. When you project them vertically, okay, like this. And now what we need to do, just to use our diagram and draw side views. Since we're in 30 angle, the right side view is going to be the right side view, and the left side view is going to be the left side view. Okay, so now what is easier to draw, the right or the left? I'm going to start with the right view, the right side view. Okay, so what I'm going to see, okay, now concerned about the width and the height. So I'm going to treat the length as 0. So the distance from here up to here, I'm going to treat it as 0. Okay, so that means this point is on this point. Okay, so now I'm going to start with what is easy on the side view. So we're going to see this plane on the right side view. We're going to see this plane, we're going to see this plane, and we're going to see this plane. Okay, so the bottom plane is like this. Okay, so this is the bottom plane. Okay, now this line is in the same plane this line, because I said the distance from here to here, it's the length, and that is 0. From here to here, it's 0. So I'm going to draw a line, vertical line like this one. Okay, and we have the distance from here to here, and this is the distance. It's already there. Now we're going to, this is the distance, and I'm going to project it downwardly like this one, and should note it's in the same base with this plane. Okay, and we have this line, we have a plane here, and this is the line. We're going to see it now looking in front. Okay, and what else are we going to see? The distance from here to here is the length, and we said we're going to treat length as 0, so this line is in the same plane with this line. Okay, something like this. Okay, and we're going to project this line up to here. So the distance from here to here is length, and it's 0. Come in. Okay, then this line to this line, the distance from here is 0. So I'm going to see this line which joins this point and this point. So this is the line like this one. Okay, but we have a line here. We're not seeing it, but there's a line here which runs downward to the base. Okay, we're going to draw the line, but it is going to be in hidden detail. Okay, like this one up to the base. It extends from the top to the base. Okay, like that one. And I think that's what we're going to see on the right side view. Now moving on to the left side view. Okay, so the left side view is going to be just a reflection of this one. So what is hidden here is going to be visible here, and what is visible here is going to be hidden there. That's what I can tell you. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat this diagram. We're going to see the wall, of course, the wall frame. Okay, like this one, like this. Okay, you're going to see also this. Okay, so this is the box. Okay, as you can see, we have this point. Okay, remember from here to here is length, so I'm going to treat that as 0. So we're saying this point and this point are the same. Okay, and now what we're going to see. Okay, so I'm not going to waste your time. This one was visible on the front view, so it's not going to be visible on the left side view. It's going to be like that on the hidden, and this one was hidden, so it's going to be visible. I'm going to draw it, and this one is visible. It's visible on the right side view. Okay, so that means it's going to be hidden on the left side view. And I'm going to join these 2 points. Okay. What the fuck is happening, man? Okay. Okay, so, and we have this line. Okay, like this one, this one. Okay, so this is our front view, our top plan, our side views, and now only left with the dimensioning. Okay, so it's for dimensioning with the height here. So I'm going to going to present the height, and that is 80. Okay, what do we have? You're going to take your construction pencil. Okay, then we have the overall length, which is 100. From this point, the length 100 plus 30, so that is 130. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, take a ruler. Okay, extend these lines onto dimension. Okay, now from this point and put the dimensions. Remember that the dimension should be 10 millimeters from the edge of your diagram. Okay, like this. Okay, so the distance from here to here, it's what? Okay, let's start with this one. From here to here, it's 15. Okay, so here, this is 15. Okay, and the overall width is 65. So I think we can start by writing 65 here. At this point. Okay, to this. So this is 65 and this is 20 here, and 20 plus 15, that is 35, and that's 65, and we have 30 here. Okay, what else? Now I'm moving on to the plan. So as you can see, all the distance on the side view represent the distance from this point to this point on the plan. So now let's add information here. Okay, let's say this is 20 from here to here. It's 20. Then from this point to this point, I said it's 35. So what is this height? You say 20 plus 35, that is 55, minus 80, and that is going to give us 25. Okay, so now I think we're done. If you've liked this video, don't forget to subscribe in order to support our work. Thank you very much.